Alright guys, how's it going? How's it going? Another Sunday night here. Alright. Let's just do the usual tests. Just sorry to be a pain. Make sure this is go live. And we have excellent connection here. Alright, we'll do the other usual test here. Just checking for sound because I don't usually have many people here. And we have excellent connection here. Alright, we'll do the other usual test here. Just checking. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah. Again, I'm a noob, so there's probably a way better way of doing that. What I was working on, was finding home version 8, or what I had called version 8. Like I said, it was the version where I'm trying to keep all of these folders clean into a minimal. And one of the big things with this is the whole focus is just like my main menu UI. Sometimes here and there I've had to, like, oh, there's this big thing comes up and I have to import all my stuff, and I drag all my assets around because I had the different versions, right? So let me see here. Right before I had version 5 and 4 and 3, and then I'm dragging all my assets around. Well, a lot of the times I end up having to redo the menus. And so I hit play. Um, and like these menus here have kind of changed them up in time and altered them, but like even though I bring over the images, and that's the big thing, I bring over the images and some of the files because I've been using plugins before, common UI and this and that. It never really worked for dragging it back over and stuff. So this time around, I'm just using super basic stuff. No common UI, no plugins, no nothing. Just using the base UI for the functionality, and um, just getting like our building a pretty much our own style of menu. That way, when I go to, if I actually do, not that there is for sure, if I do a version 8 or a version 9, um, it's easy to drag. Oh well, this is technically kind of like the version 8. It's easy to drag all the information from one to another. I'm just going to right click this, migrate it, and it will have everything that I need for my menus already done. I won't have to remake menus. I won't have any errors for plugins. I won't have anything like that. Um, yeah, or crashes or anything like that because I used some plugin for this or some plugin for that, or oh, it was a part of the easy survival, or it was a part of this or a part of that. And while I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep things to a minimum. So part of my main menu, one of the packs that I want to just use some stuff for is from the atmospheric house. But after I get everything from the atmospheric house, I don't want this folder here anymore, because this folder is just filled with just like meshes and stuff like that. And the way they ordered some of the meshes, like why is the door meshes not a part of the building meshes or the prop meshes, and it's hard to navigate and find. So if I do have other people later on, I want it to be easy to find. So they're coming in to our assets, they go to static meshes, you know what I mean, they go to I don't have the meshes here because I was starting off with textures and materials, but here's more better examples. So anything like architecture, they got ceilings, floors, moldings, stairs, walls, like things that actually build the buildings would be in architecture. um, Building exteriors, you know what I mean, like would be like gutters, some like railings, some roofs and stuff. Roofs technically could be in architecture because it's a part of the house, But like just like gutters and stuff is more like it. I might end up fusing exteriors and architecture together, but interiors are like bedroom items, books and stuff like that. So exteriors might end up being more like barbecues and like decking and stuff like that. Stuff that's not really a part of the actual building, but it just makes more sense. You know what I mean? Then you got your food, and then you got, because doors are technically not indoor or outdoor. They're technically kind of like the food, but you know, I mean, scatterable items. But then you go into building, and it's just a little bit. I'm gonna try to do it so it's a little bit easier for me to understand, because there's a lot of different texts that are pretty confusing out there. Like the food, I guess that was in the props section, right? But it's not really a prop, so I wouldn't think of going into the prop section to find food. Seemed like weapons would be out here, right? And in his case, weapons might be a part of props. I don't think I want to dive into that folder. I just want to be like, okay, instead of having props, it's just stuff that you would normally find interior. Weapons you'd find, they're just a weapon. Food you just find, you can find food outside, right? So that's kind of just trying to fix the folder structure. And then once I get all the assets copied over to my folder structure, I could just get rid of this folder. And that just is one less folder. And then once I get these things over, I'll get rid of these ones too. And all I kind of want is just like the big guys. Like, so if I keep Easy Survival, the City Crowd, and Metahumans, you know what I mean? Those are the three big ones that I would probably keep. Splash screen I have to keep because that's where our splash screen goes for when you boot up the project and stuff. Normally we'd hop back over to the Finding Home version 7, but I really wanted to get some stuff tested today, because I might actually, it kills me, but I might not actually end up using Easy Survival, because there is some new stuff on the marketplace, and I was able to pick some up, and that is the hyper interactive system, hyper system, really. Choppable trees, manager, mining, hyper blocks, swimming. The big thing is that all hyper stuff works with the Unreal Mannequin, and really well, because it actually has the metahumans there, where Easy Survival doesn't really work with. You have to do a lot of retargeting and stuff like that to get things to look right, and the bones are awkward and stuff. I think, again, I paid a lot of money for these packs. It still has a lot of different features and stuff that the other packs don't use, so I'll still probably have it, but just a lot of animations and stuff might be simpler, but I will check. It's not a for sure thing, so but just to do some testing, it'd be really nice if I could just bring my menu over without having to worry. So I really wanted to get this menu done, and so even if I do make, as like an example that I had up there, oops, sorry, even if I do make a version 9 or a version 10 or something like that when 5.2 comes out, it'll be easier just for me to just quickly drag over my menu. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into levels, and again we're going to go into the main menu level, because that is where I had left off. And again, I'm working on making sure that everything is being used, from game state, player state, everything's specifically customized to be mine, even the menu HUD. And if we go to the menu HUD here, we open it up, you'll see that I'm creating all the HUD widgets, and the menu HUD is what controls what widgets are going in and out. And if we actually look at some of our widget classes, right, all it is a simple letting the menu HUD know, and the menu HUD will take care of, you know, what it's supposed to. Why they have the HUD class, it'll take care of all the on-screen UI. So one of the things I wanted to do is kind of like get this kind of looking good. So even though I haven't finished the atmosphere stuff, I will come back to it, because it's really boring to show you guys me just kind of renaming things. And when I'm on stream, which again most of the time I get to work is on stream, I don't get much time off of stream. I like to try to do as much of that boring stuff as possible. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the details. I want to zero this, zero this, zero this. So we want to actually build a menu. Our lighting is pretty good here, but we might want to come back about $150. Yeah. It meshes. The next one I want is a sofa. Furniture. Okay. That naming convention's not bad. There we go. I want the 3-seat sofa. 90 degrees minus 90. What is this? 0. Dude, do you have a sit? No, I might have to get a sit in a. Since he doesn't have a sit. Oh, is he zeroed? No, he is off tilter for some reason. I want him zeroed. Let's try to get this pretty close, like, yeah. Okay, also, there we go. We want to get a floor in here now. So we want to get rid of this scene plane. Scene, we could throw all this stuff in the scene. That makes some sense. Lighting, skylight, sky fear. Yeah, that's just all lighting, camera. That's good. And this is the actual scene. Let's get this guy more zeroed off here. Oh, really? I feel like this is going to be 300, because that would be more dead center. Y is 120. This was minus 90. So this is, would be 300 as well. Or minus 300, I guess? Yes. Y. That'd be 120 as well? Or 110, I'm guessing. Just in case. But in this case, we want worn. Floor, wooden. Floor, wooden, worn. This is a worn. There we go. And same with this wall. We want, we want wall, plaster, a worn molding white worn and molding white worn. There we go. Now this couch, this is sofa clean. I want sofa worn. I might actually have sofa. So if I go sofa, sofa worn, there we go. Look better. I want like a coffee table here. Office props, storage, small table. Small table props. Well, let's just see what's here. China, brush, lotion, picture frames. No. Storage props. No. Don't need any kitchen. Interior plants, no. Furniture, no. Girls' room, no. Extra. There's just some pipes and some blinds. No. Curtains, cloth. Oh, those are clothes. No. Carpets, books. No. Bathroom, can't think of anything that would be good there. Basement. We'll just give this like a turn here. What is this? Zero this out. Minus 150. Table wooden. Might have to do. Let me just go to props and just do table. There we go. Where did small coffee table was in props furniture? I don't know why I didn't think of furniture. I want a coffee table. I want it close. I still kind of want to be able to see the shoes, but let's see what we can see. No, see, I can't see his shoes. I'm gonna have to back it up a bit. Probably. I'll try 90. I'll try again. No. So it will be 100. We'll try again. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit better. So we throw these into the scene here. Just name this floor. Plank debris. call this sofa. Back wall. Coffee table. There we go. It's looking a little bit better. I think I might want like a light. Let's try lamp. Lamp. I can't type. Lamp. See what they have. Ceiling cone lamp. Ceiling ball lamp. Ceiling cone. Zero, 250. Not high enough. 300, and it would be minus 100 as well. This is actually going to give off a little bit of light too. But let's hit play. You don't really even see it. But it's kind of... give him like an Asian hat. Just kind of know it's there, but that's not what I was really looking for. I was looking for like this here. There we go. So, minus 150, 50, and 0. Lamp standing. We're gonna do off worn. Alright. Oh, by the way, guys, I found out one of my frames was so low. I'm actually gonna fix that now. I actually forced it to do 120. There we go. So I was trying to get 120 frames and get an 80, but we have some heavy things in this. We get some nanite and stuff in there. I like the look of that. I like that. We'll quit. Yeah. We do need I wanted to see like they had pizza. This is Meshes Prop Kitchen Supplies. Alright, so Meshes Props Kitchen Supplies. I think I need to do like 45. It is actually hovering. Is the table on the ground? One. There you go. We'll do 43, 42, 43. And we'll try to trade this off a little bit. This guy's definitely drinking a can of beer. There you go. Now, food worn, and you want food worn. Don't want to clean versions of it. Maybe this is too much on the right side. Throw this opposite. Yeah. And we will have this more. Like, yeah, just put it down on the right side. There you go. See that? Seems like there's some lines going on his face. Let's take this out. Play again. Oh, he's still getting those lines. It's even worse now. Not too sure where those are coming from. Let's darken the scene a bit. Is it too dark? Is it still... It's a weird graphics glitch. Can't see this light anyway. And there we go. I think a lot of the rest of the stuff I would want to add to the scene. We just don't have in this pack. Like a backpack or bag. These looks like just like more like snacks. Yeah, they're both are storage props, small tables props. That's makeup. He's not gonna have a makeup bag. Like he's not gonna have a purse. It could be a female though, but like again, want to keep it kind of gender neutral. Because again, this is where the character will be picking. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with that scene. Like I said, I think this is just a weird lighting thing. I think we just need to like rebuild lighting or something. Speaking of which, actually, want this to be as if it's in the middle of the room. Is that going to make it too bright now? We can kind of darken it down. Lumen radius to cones, fine. Intensity, like make it like a 1. On that note, I actually want to kill a lot of this stuff. Directional light, no. Height fog, no. Light mask, no. Post-processing, we could end up having a post-processing, sure. Atmosphere, no. Skylight, no. Skybox, no. No. We want the camera and that. Alright, it's a little dark now. So let's bring this up to 10. There we go. That gives me a little bit more of the feel I was looking for. I do not like this wave here though. So it's up. Let's do 300. And minus 150. So bring it a little bit closer. Alright, that's good. I like the scene, the way it looks. And we might add more to this scene when we get some other stuff working in here, like we have in the other main Find Your Home version 7, where we have the loadout. So when you might just turn the camera down to look, we might just have the weapon here on the table to do the loadout. Alright. Quit works. Settings work. Account works. Works. We don't have that works. Just, and that's the main thing. That we're focusing on right now. Okay. We're not doing single player, do we know for sure? Okay, yeah, so again, the settings you've seen, I can fiddle with the settings, they all work. Audio, video, stuff like that. We could change up the settings the way what we have and everything like that a little bit later. account, we could just go with this. Again, we see that working, and we can make this bigger maybe, or more centered. Or maybe keep it in the right. Yeah. And then we like everything. Host. So, just realized when we're at the switch levels, when we have a different lobby load. So when we go from the boot, there is something in somewhere where it just opens the menu level. And there we have our boot level widget here. Okay. Create loading screen. FH. So that is right. Right, if this is FH, we just want loading. So if we click on host, and host, we click on the launch lobby. Launch lobby, we toggle the loading screen. Toggle widget loading screen reference. Just gonna go here. Oh, so we're looking at here. Just background image. Let's do finding. Let's do YouTube. There you go. Alright. That's done. We could close this now. We might come back to that. We will have to go back to our main menu, or we actually want to go to our lobby now, I think. This lighting is fine for now, but we will also take that out later. Want to take these out. Player spawn is fine for now. Wonder why I have an instance foil ejector when there's nothing here. But yeah, so everything's good with the menu. We need to do a HUD class. We will be putting different things up. Host. We're just launching the game there. the menu is fine. What we want really now is what we need for, you keep this up just in case, but we might make stuff like toggle widget here a part of the base HUD class. Yep. Copy. So we will get the other ones first. So copy, paste. Oh, menu west widget to focus. We will actually go back in here. Toggle widget. Call it focus previous widget. Focus previous widget. We get the active widget, and we put the active widget here. So we want to focus the active widget. Which is in reality the previous widget, because we're not going to target in this case. So right now, this is erroring because we don't have anything for active widget. Active widget will be null in this case. So when we create widgets, we create our main menu ref. We also want to get widget or set. I'm gonna have to sadly drag all these guys back a little bit. to make room for this guy. He's gonna go there. He could probably take up a bit of space. I think that will be fine. So he's gonna go here. He's gonna go here. He's gonna go here. This is gonna go here. And I'm gonna break a new node here, and we're gonna go here, and we're gonna break the old renode. So we're getting the menu ref, adding it to the menu widgets, setting it as the active widget, and add it to the viewport widget. So right now the only active widget would ever be the menu widget. But when we actually go to toggle widget, when we go to focus the widget, we're also going to set the active widget to the new focus. Space this out, we'll go behind. We'll go the one in front of this. There we go. So it sets the menu first, and every time we select a widget, it's going to go back. Only, yeah, previous widget. Let's compile and save this. There's no changes to it. Let's kind of go back and test that out. Actually, main menu. We'll save the lobby. All we do is clear out some stuff we didn't need, I think. So we hit play. If we go to settings, audio and stuff, we close. We go to account, close. It's giving us our focus back, 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 back. It's giving us our focus back to the main menu. So everything works as intended. Because, yeah, only when the widget, oops, toggle widget, only when this widget is successful does it set the active widget to something other than the main widget. But then when you hit back, the back button, it's actually going to toggle back to the main widget. Anyway, so this here is a very unlikely circumstance when it happens, and when it does happen, it should work. But in that case, now we should be able to take focus previous widget, copy, and we should be able to paste it in here, and we'll create variable, and these were just user widgets, I believe. 0 was just a user widget, active widget was just a user widget. Yeah, they're both just user widgets, and that's good. Then we want the focus widget. So we will paste function. Widget to focus. We'll grab this. That should just all connect up nicely because it's all just user widgets. And we will alt drag this to get this. I'll set the active widget. And then lastly, we'll have the toggle widget. Copy. Paste. So we'll alt drag this here. We'll make sure it's valid. In this case, we'll create this and we will call it not menu widgets, but HUD widgets. And we can get rid of this into focus. If the widget is visible, it's false, so we're going to make it visible. And then we're just calling these, which are fine. File save. So that's good to have in our base widget HUD class. And then where to find references. Previous. And we're gonna need, oh, what? Oh. What we need to do, actually, is I think for this, we just need to delete everything. Then we just need to go into preview widget, and we just need to delete everything. I need to go to the focus widget, and we just need to delete everything. I just need to compile, and then we can actually delete. Oop. Delete, and delete. But menu widgets, create menu widgets is specific, and we need to get so we're gonna need to find. Oh, I'm having a weird graphics glitch error. Haven't gotten that in a while. I'm gonna have to close. Open. We're sadly going to have to go through our menu items again. because some of them might be still referencing the old toggle. Um, like each one of like the host menu and all that stuff might be referencing the old toggle, and it might just error. But yeah, we're gonna have to make a lobby HUD, and we're gonna have to create the character. So I'm gonna go to the lobby of some sort of character that's there. I think I'm gonna do that in the player controller class. All right. So we're looking for HUD widgets. Get HUD widgets. We're gonna have to do that a bunch of times. Duplicate. Duplicate, sorry. In this case, we're going to do active widget. Get active widget. Oh, I want to set active widget actually. Set active widget. Now that's replaced. We should be able to delete this one now, because that was the only spot that was being used. But should be able to just hit Control V, and it's just going to put this somewhere where I could see it on the screen. Since I'm super zoomed in, it's not going to go anywhere too crazy. The reason why I did this is because menu already had a variable, and it's getting confused when you create a base variable. The sad thing about like the extreme programming way of this, just doing things, seeing how things are liking, and you're not pre-planning everything or having a full writ-up document of how you're going to do things, is you run to things like this where you should have done the base class beforehand instead of remaking it. So should be able to delete this now. The last one is this. Oh, it wasn't even being used really, because I think focus widget was only being used really in the toggle widget, but we don't have toggle widget anymore. So compile and save. Now I don't think I need to do a create session. No, I don't think so. So, go finding home, we go to UI, menus, clock, game menu. What is this? Oh, it's like the play menu. Is it? Am I even using this? Quit button? Use game button? I am. Okay. So this is giving me F pop-up, and this is doing a WB pop-up. So you need to do a bind on click confirm. We need to do this, and we just need to attach this. We need to throw this up here. And instead of just throwing this into here, we also need to do bind on clicked declined. We need to attach this here. Throw this up here. We can now go across here, and we could go in here. And with this, one second, just see if this is important. Alright. We should be able to just delete these. And we compile. This is going to get fixed. Boom. Just like that. We just need to do the same thing here. On clicked confirmed. Bind to event on click confirm. We just need to put that in there. Not too sure why that didn't error before. It's a good thing we caught it now. Bind event on declines. Alright, we could throw this. Looks like we're going down with this one here. That's attached now, so we could get rid of this. That's attached. There's nothing, so we get rid of this. And we compile, and everything is good to go. But I do not see any. The main thing we are looking for is I do not see actually any toggle. Create settings panel. Continue. Remove from parent. Oh, this is game menu. We haven't done this. That's fine. That's actually the lobby menu. We'll be adding that to our lobby. Okay, game settings switcher WP. No, I think it's just yeah. Then it's not one of the things we need. Hosts. I think host is something. Yeah. So we're gonna do toggle. Oh. And these are all switched to menu base. So it'll all be fine anyway. Because these are all just already changed up. And that's what they're calling every menu is actually calling just the actual HUD here. They're all just calling the different, the actual server things. So it's going to be fine. Toggle load screen is a menu specific. Toggle loading screen. Yeah, it's this, and that's just doing that. That's fine. Alright. Perfect. It's actually going off the PC. So I don't even think I'm using this. Nope. Didn't give me any errors or anything like that. So we're just doing the function to create our menus, which is nice and tidy. Right here. And we'll be doing something similar in the other HUD, the lobby HUD. But let's just play test here. Oh, I might put that loading above, on like the top right or something. We get into our game here. We go to accounts, back, settings, close, settings, close, menu, host, back, 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 join, back. Yeah, and we're flowing through our menus perfectly flying. And again, we could just do something like that, and we see that it's updated. Everything's good to go. And again, we could host, and we're gonna get ourselves stuck into the floor because we do not have a character yet. So we're gonna go back now to the lobby, and if you go to systems, HUDs, open the lobby HUD, and we have the main menu HUD. We could do something just like this. Copy that, begin play, do nothing, confirm. So right off the hop, we're going to get the owning player, and this is a HUD reference, get menu player controller. We're going to copy this, we're going to duplicate this here, and we're going to call this a lobby player controller, because it could have different functions. Lobby. Get lobby player controller. I just wanted to, I was pausing there because I didn't know if, so this player controller is definitely going to have this create sessions. I don't think, I could put create sessions into the base player controller, but do I want you to be able to create sessions in everything? For now, I do not think so. I do not think so. So in this case, we are going to cast to lobby player controller. If it fails, go here. If it succeeds, so we're going to go out and player controller. Did I not even have it working? This is supposed to be main menu player controller. But instead I just had player controller. Lobby player controller. Oh, what it's taking in derp derp. So I should be able to control Z there. And then hit control Z. That's player controller. This is what I want to switch. That's fine. And I want to go back here, and I want to switch this to lobby player controller. I didn't scroll down far enough. Well, lobby. So yeah, it's going to take in a player controller, and then it's going to dish out the lobby player controller. And this is if it's valid. And we are going to swing this into here. Delete this. Delete that. I should be able to move this guy down now. And we're going to make that nice and neat. So if it fails, we're going to try again. If the counter hits whatever my timeout is, it will go to the fail branch. And if it does go through, it will succeed. So we are going to instead get lobby player controller. Again, we'll have a timeout of 10 seconds in this case, or 10 tries, really. After 10 tries, it's going to fail. We are going to promote this to a variable and call it lobby PC reference. And we are going to have a create menu widgets function. Create lobby widgets. And so if we go back here, we're going to then create the lobby widgets. We don't know what the lobby widgets are right now, but we got a base foundation for our lobby class. And once we get the lobby widgets, we could start doing kind of what we did with the create, and we could just do toggling depending on what's toggling in and out. All right. Yeah, because we changed this here, so it wanted me to resave it. The next thing is we need this class here, our lobby PC. Then again, we have a lot of our different things. On begin play, we're getting set up, clean UI. But we do need to spawn a character. And if we look at the lobby PC from MBL, set up, doesn't have it. just set in the game mode here. Begin play. Lobby update. Just wanted to make sure. Just updating the player stuff. Game mode. Can force launch. Wouldn't be in here. Pretty sure I want it in here anyway. So we're gonna do setup player controller. Sets it up. We're gonna have some sort of spawn character. See if I have that in my blueprint library. Systems. User widgets, save game, sessions. See if he put it in his blueprint library. And I decided not to copy it because I wanted to change things. User, save. Game settings, sessions, error handling, no. What's widget creation? Do I even have any levels for him? Maps, gameplay, that's it. I already deleted the other ones. Let's actually just open it up, just in case. Again, this guy has really good examples for things, so just kind of want to see how he's spawning his character. Lobby level. Doesn't like that it has big names. Dismiss. So he's actually just putting his character in. Character customization. I do not see it because lobby setup. Just gotta create lobby widget, clear UI. I think he just spawned his character. It's gotta be, actually. Or what's he doing with all those player starts? It's not in the HUD because it didn't even have a HUD. Oh, what? He has it in the game mode. Why? Why? Why would you put it in the game mode? What's this? He's just spawning the of type. Player is owner. Player controller. Graph. On swap, on post login. Respawn on spawn character. It's just holding the method. Somewhere else is calling this spawn character. Yeah, it's not actually calling spawn character here. And it's not calling spawn character here. That's just literally the base. Doesn't look like it's spawning character here. Just double check it's not in the level blueprint. No, it wouldn't be there. Did I do this already? State, loading the profile. On it. Player state, game state, player controller. Again, we could see that in the base he has spawn character set up. Travel to gameplay map. But he's not actually calling it. And even in the main, he just does the previous. And handles disconnects and stuff. He's not calling it there either. What did I miss? 1, 4. The HUD is just a basic HUD class. It's not here. Because we don't want to spawn a specific character. So if we go to here, open up our base game mode. Do we still have spawn? We do have spawn character. And we are just taking a reference to our player class. We already have all that set up. The problem is he's not spawning his character from what I can understand. Because he has it in his default pawn class. So what we want to do maybe is in our lobby character, we're going to be probably doing this anyway. We want to do, we want to get our lobby thing. So systems, macro libraries, player controller, macro library for player controller, and call it finding home player controller underscore macro library. So this we can use any, oh damn it, but I'm gonna have to add the H. I don't even get the game instance, player state. I don't even get the game mode right now, but I can still copy one of these things anyway. Control C, and then I can open this, get lobby game mode, and I can hit paste, throw this over here. We're doing get game mode, cast to lobby game mode, and we're gonna have to do some inputs here. So this is gonna be an integer. Oh no, it's gonna be a float, and it's gonna be a time out, and we're gonna do an executable here, and then we're gonna do a 3 here. This one we're just gonna hit space, enter, and we're gonna drag this up. There we go. We're gonna connect that. We're gonna connect that. Then click this again. We're also going to get our outputs. We're going to change this to valid. And we're going to change this to failed. And this is going to be our lobby game mode. Here we go. Lobby ref game mode. Lobby reference game mode. So we're gonna slot that in there. It's gonna accept it nicely. We're gonna come across, slot that in there. If this is true, slot that in there. If this is false, we're gonna go back. So we could delete this. We could delete this. This has nothing on it now. We can delete that. But we want to tidy this up. So we're gonna grab this, stick it here. We're gonna grab this, stick it here, And there we go. Now we have a macro library for our game lobby. And now, later on, we could come back and we could determine if we could just get base game mode. Like that. Or if we actually need the full-on lobby. Validate player states. So clearly, we're not going to do this. Clearly, we need to do a player state as well. And we seen in our MLL game state, I believe, we do have a lobby game state. Control C. We're gonna add one. Get lobby game state. We're gonna put that here. Bring this over here. And we can actually just look at this one here. It has a player index and a timeout. It's player state. Do we want players? Yeah, that was player state. Yeah, we want a player index, and we want a timeout. So we are going to go one. We're going to get an index, player index. Two, we're going to get a float, a timeout. 3, this is just a regular executable, and then go 1, 2, 3. We're gonna space this, and we're gonna bring this up here. We're gonna bring the timeout up 2. There we go. Oh, actually, we do want to swap that maybe. So then we could just pop that in there, pop that in there. Game states on the out. Again, we want a valid. We want a failed. And we want lobby player state. Lobby ref player state. Connect that. Connect that. If it's false, oh, that's already connected. There we go. Save that. So now if we go back to our PC library, I mean our PC player character, when we go to events, we're not going to validate this. We're going to get lobby game state, game mode. Game mode. Did I call it game state? Game state. I called it game state, but we're getting the player state. And I wanted the player state, didn't I? Yeah, this is player state. So why did I call it game state? Wanted the player state. I made the player state, but for some odd reason, I called it the game state. I'll probably have to do game state too for this as well. 10 seconds. And we're gonna get player state. Get lobby player state. Timeout is 10. In this case, it is 0, and then we'll set up. Oh, we need to actually save these things. Get player state. But it doesn't actually ensures player state is valid. We are the player controller, so we might be able to get reference to self. So in that case, I might want to duplicate this, but in this pin here, we're going to get a player controller. And call this player controller. In this case, I might actually just move this all down a bit. It's a little tight now. Player state. Because the player controller has the player state. Maybe I'll just back this up. There. Looks a little bit neater now. But there definitely feels like there is an unneeded gap there. There we go. We'll save. Go back to this player controller. And yeah, lobby player state from PC. Self. Get reference for self. Click that in there. That seems a little bit better. Timeout 10 seconds. Anything that we need from the game mode now, so we'll promote this to a variable. Be there. We'll just edit this. If we ever need the game mode class, we have it referenced and saved. If we need the player state class, it's going to be referenced and saved. And we'll plug that in there. Now we don't need this at all. Well, that was a long-winded way of getting the game mode, which is housing our player spawn. At this point, after everything's set up, we are going to... These are definitely references, so they should go up into the references. Oh, this is widgets. Lobby data. What happened here? Oh, I just closed the whole thing. I will actually just take out the widgets and just put references. And now I should just have references. There we go. And we are going to get the lobby game mode reference. And we're going to spawn. And we're going to get a reference to ourselves. There we go. So now we should be spawning a character. No? Let's see what happens here. Access none while trying to get the game or instant ref from spawn actor. Event. On begin play. Just gonna get an instance ref. Friends. Our game instance is FH. Is it timing out? Print screen? What? And print string. Hello? Should be quick. Clear. No hello or what? Clear. Isn't this this is on begin play? This is only on valid. So we shouldn't be doing this first. that, and we will. There we go. But even that, I don't think it's a thing. I think simply we are just not calling our parent function in our game mode. That's the only thing you can think of. So we're gonna go look at our game lobby. We must not be calling our begin play. There it is. Begin play. We're not calling parent. Then you just right click this, call the parent function. All right. Whoa. So, oh, we could do that. And then we could tab-ish. And we could eject here, detach from player. Yeah, we got our guy there sitting. Now, just because we spawn the character doesn't mean we have all the controls in place. So let's go to content, plugins, that's local motion system, level. See what this controller has. Timed elevation, event graph is blank. Global timed elevation, that is it. All we're doing is spawning the character. We could do FH base character, and we could break this for now and see what happens as well. Again, the big problem with this later on is still don't have my movement and stuff. There might be more to meet the eye in this here. No, sir. Sure. This is all base stuff. This is the only controller. Must be here. No way, this is base as well. This is, I could just see it just gonna crash, but I could do lobby PC and try. That's what we're getting. Hmm. ALL, ASL. What? What is this? So, definitely more than meets the eye with this. This is Visual Studios. Darn. Darn, darn. I can't see any of that stuff. Oh, still just complaining about the chat. See, parent widget, all it is time dilation, and it takes from here. And let's go back. Sure. So is the logic is in there somewhere. I don't like my camera though. Now, because we want to spawn a female character, let's try this again. Go back to, I don't think it was the lobby, was it? No, it was the player character. Let's connect this up. So everything's fine. What is it called? Let me see here. This is just the this is in Visual Studios. I don't want to click that. Is there some sort of defaults that are set here? Cheat manager. ALS camera manager. Auto manage camera. Inputs. This is where it's set up. If I go to my Placey character and I go to class settings. Oh. Copy and a check mark. 20 none. But this is ALS. So without it, my character wouldn't move because I need to configure my own keyboard settings. So we hit tab, I believe. That would be on the player input, session info. And you want to do FH lobby menu. Then we want to promote this to a variable. We call it lobby menu ref. This I get to run here, and we'll get this lobby HUD blur background. Find references, set lobby HUD. And we're going to want to make our own HUD here. But yeah, it's hitting 11 o'clock, but this is what I'll be focusing on is now this lobby. I'm just getting it basic setup, and what I want to get out of this lobby here is I want to be able to dial in to, so we're going to clear this, or use the prop hunt game mode and the infected game mode, and then get session info. So yeah, I want to get out of it. So when I hit this lobby menu, it's breaking right now because I probably have a bunch of other stuff I have to set up that it's referencing lobby menu stuff for. Yeah. So that's what I'll be fixing hopefully tomorrow. So when we come back, we can get into kind of creating this lobby. And yeah, I want to make a basic lobby here for your, and get into a gameplay mode. And then once I have a good working infected and prop hunt mode, I'll definitely be saving this as a template where now whenever we move up to like Unreal Engine 5 or 4.2 or 5.12, or if we update, that I have this working menu version without all the other complicated stuff really tied into it. Um, like there's no easy survival tied into it yet. There's nothing else tied into it yet, and then you're gonna save that as a backup. So no matter what happens, I have this really good start state. As I go to tie stuff into it, and I'm gonna try, like I said, once I get the prop hunted infected in with all my stuff, I'm gonna work on clearing these folders out. So then it will just be the atmosphere's house folder should be gone. Easy survival and crowd and big systems, they'll stay. Infected MBL will be gone. Metahumans, every time I add a new metahumans, it'll make that folder, so that's gonna stay. Prop hunt will be gone, and splash screen will be staying. Another big one, of course, will be the MPS version 3. That will stay because that's a whole system for just really well done combat and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in tonight, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. For now, ciao.